guys, welcome back. So this is going to be card 2 of the front porch scene dies that I just got from Anna Griffin, and I just finished the guy version, which I kind of had like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in mind. This is it together. I had to put a card base to it, and then I added my leftover chair that I had made. So this time I am going to work on a pretty version, and this is going to be my card base, and these are going to be my accents, and then I have the stickers from one of the card sets. I'm not sure which one it is, but I'll be using these and potential other flowers from Anna Griffin. And then this paper here is put away, but it's in the other video. It was an older set. It was a whitewash set, so I'm going to be using this as well, and these scraps for the different pieces. So I'm going to start cutting and putting this together. So I'm just going to cut off the little tag part right here. And then I believe I'll probably be making a couple of cuts with the main die, and then I'll be fussy cutting around some of this. So I only need a piece about that big. And again, I showed this in the first part of the video. I'm still working on myself here, keeping organized. So this is my little stadium thing, and I'm just using it to keep everything together so I don't lose it on my desk. I think it's a wonderful idea, so I'm just putting it out there for anybody else. It doesn't have to be a stadium die, maybe just a little box. I do have a caddy that spins, but it's full of all these extra things. So this is designated as just my little project, as like a work in progress. So I'm going to be making a couple passes, and I don't remember. I'm going to wait and cut my shadow layer because I'm not 100% sure which one I'm going to use, but for now we'll make these cuts because I am going to fussy cut several pieces out. And it does cut very nice. So obviously you're going to get more detail when you're using your foil paper, because I'll show you. You can kind of see a little bit of the detail in this, but you're not going to get it like you will on your foil. Okay, so we should be able to see some pretty detail in this. Ooh, yeah, look at that. And there are a few places that need to be poked out. Okay, so I'm gonna fussy cut off screen just because it takes me a while, but I'm gonna go in here and fussy cut some of this out so that you have 2 layers. It's very similar to some of the examples that the design team made. So I'm going to work on that, and then I'll show you after I'm done. Okay, so I probably fast forwarded through most of that. And here is how this is going to line up. I have a few more pieces to cut, and then I'll start assembling it together. So I do want to cut a piece of green just for the roof line. So I want this to go right up here. And then I think I'm going to cut that out too. And I just need a tiny scrap for that. So that'll go right up there. And then, so kudos to whoever made this. So that looks like very much like wicker. And then they cut out some pretty paper to make it look like the cushions. So I'm gonna scrounge around and see what I find and see how this turns out if I just fussy cut that part out. I'll look and see. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this brown cardstock that has kind of a shimmer to it. So I'm just going to cut this out and see what happens. So you can kind of see like the detail right there. So I'm going to try and fussy cut that out and see how it looks. So I'm going to look and see what I have that I could use as a cushion. Okay, so I found this cute little heart paper. It's pink with white hearts. So I'm going to see, I feel like the hearts are small enough that it should fit. So I'm going to give this a try. So if you go and fussy cut yours out, don't cut off your end. It's like the little arm or not the arm, it's the side of the cushion. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that. And that looks pretty good. I have to say, whoever did this looks really good. Like, I'm amazed at the wicker part of it. Okay, so next I need to cut the little hanging plants and the window. Oh, and you know, sometimes I'm a dork, so I didn't even use this to cut out the little couch. I just used the main die. So I don't know, maybe it would look a lot better. Well, we can try again just because. You're definitely seeing a lot better detail in this. I'm not sure that it's that much different. Yeah, you're gonna have the arm there. So I'm gonna hold on to that one and I will continue. Because I still have more. Wish this had like one of those little pokey holes that you could poke it out. That would have made it easier. Okay, so let's do this again. Because we only need the cushion part. Okay, so that looks better. I'm just going to glue that in. It was definitely easier to fussy cut. You could see more of the detail. So there. Okay, moving on. I think I have all my cuts. And I apologize, but I need to sit down. So we're having, oh, you know, I'm such a retard. I really wish somebody was here to yell at me. This is supposed to be the cushions. I mean, this is cute, but for the fun of it, I'm going to cut it out and see what it looks like. I was about to say I'm sitting down because we're having a wedding this weekend at our house, and so we've been prepping for several weeks to get the yard ready. And one of the last things I wanted to do was to paint the front of the house. And my husband thought I was crazy and I didn't need to do that, but it really needed it. So I got up early because I'm in Phoenix, so you know it's 100. It is, well, it's 93 at the moment, but we've been having all this hot weather, so I got up early and I painted the front of the house, and now I'm feeling it. I mean, this is only the third time I've cut this out, right? What the heck? Although this one is very hard to see. Like, you can't really see where your lines are. So this may not have worked anyway. I don't know. And I keep holding it thinking, oh, this light might be better over here, but it's not. I don't know, you tell me which one you like better. I have just enough to do one more, and then I can swap it out. Someone tell me what they like. So we had some technical difficulty, meaning my camera ran out of storage. So I am back. I actually, off camera, not knowingly, I had been working on assembling the scene together. So this is as far as I have got. I went ahead and put everything together. I have the shadow layer here on foam squares, and then I added the hanging swing and the two hanging plants, and I layered on the top roof and then this little window that I ran through separately and cut out. So at some point I was having a moment where I forgot I had the actual little swing die, and so I cut it out again. And so I have two versions here. This was my initial plan when I was thinking about putting it together, and I had picked out paper, and then my mind got sidetracked and I went with this little pink. So I have both of them. I'd be curious to know what someone else thinks. Please leave me a comment below and just let me know, pink or green. So I'm just going to set that one aside for now. I have my card base, and I've kind of been playing with some of Anna's embellishments that I've pulled out from the Flower Shop craft box set from, I don't know, is that a year or two ago? But it goes really well with having the plant scene and this pretty paper. So let me show you what I have. So I have this nice little banner of flowers here. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and add the adhesive I have. I'm not going to do foam squares for this. It's already got its own dimension and force perspective. So I'm going to just leave it be. And then you can't really just center this because it has that perspective. So I'm going to kind of line it up at the top. I already have an idea of how I'm going to lay this out. Just off to the side here, up near the top. And that'll give me some room down here for my sentiment. But then also in that set, there was this beautiful gold butterfly. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. And maybe just put that in the center, because it's going to turn out we're going to have a lot of gold here. And then these cute little shrubs, I'm just going to put them here off to the side. But before I do that, I also have this cute little kitty. So I'm going to put the kitty kind of like hiding behind the little bush, because otherwise it tends to get very busy. So I'm just going to put him about there. And I believe these are stickers, so I can just take this off. And then also going through there, I found this cute little porch light. So I'm going to put 2 squares on this, because I do think it needs to come off the page just a little. And there was also the cute little, if you remember, there was in this set a gold watering can. That would have been really cute also, but I was really getting, at least for my taste, a little too busy. So the next thing I found, and I had already cut these from something else, but I want a little bit of gold movement under my sentiment that I have here picked out. So I'm going to glue this one on. And this one. And this is the sentiment. Now, I'm not sure if this one's a sticker. I don't think so. Yep. So that's just going to go right through there. And then these 2 little rose stickers. Maybe we'll lift this one up just a little. So you can just see these are kind of poking out under there just to kind of fill the space, and the little kitty cat's poking out. Now again, if I had been able to make this cloud die work, I may have added a couple little clouds up there, but really this is pretty full. And that's how I said, like on the, when I was making the first card, is that you know, it's really easy to make a pretty card. It's not quite as easy to make a masculine card, and this is kind of what this one turned out to be. So this was my first one, and I went back and kept that little chair and just added it to the inside. But I feel like this one came together so easy, just because of the colors and the things that Anna has available to use. So the last piece I have is I just cut out this card base, and I'm just gonna add that, and then I'll be able to call it done. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna call that good. I have everything here complete, and I think it just looks gorgeous. It's so much easier making a pretty card with just some of these simple things that Anna provides for us. So I really enjoy this. So if you like this, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And if you happen to be new to my channel, I would appreciate a subscribe also. I'm still just working on growing the channel, and I look forward to more Anna Griffin videos I have coming up. I have some new products that I just ordered, and I would like to be able to make some more stuff. So as I always say, it is free for you to do, but priceless for me. So until next time, happy crafting. Bye.